Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, BVO Sports. Y'all hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay. Y'all hear anything I said or no?
No.
You doing it again?
I can't hear you, CDK. I can't hear BBO.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on? What's going on, Thomas Hill?
Well, BVO's having technical difficulties as usual. Freeman, what you think about, man, this petty maneuver of Floyd Mayweather? I was posting Roy Jones getting knocked out because Roy Jones felt, he said recently that Sugar Ray Leonard would beat him, so he posted Roy Jones getting knocked out.
I mean, it was always some temper between, some tension between Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather, because a lot of people pay more attention to Roy Jones than they did with Floyd Mayweather. And then once Floyd Mayweather became the man after he beat Oscar De La Hoya and Roy Jones took the loss to Antonio Tarver, then Floyd started getting all of the hype. But for a long time, everybody paid more attention to Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. They wasn't really paying attention to Floyd like that.
Mm-hmm.
What I would say is Roy Jones is a hater, a clown, and at the end of the day, Floyd never did nothing to him but show him respect. And that's what happens, man. Sometimes your heroes become, your enemies. And I just think Roy is just a quintessential hater. And he's mad at Floyd's success. He's mad at Floyd's wealth. He's mad at the father Floyd is. I just think at the end of the day, you just see the grandfather Floyd is. We don't say that about Roy Jones. We don't see Roy Jones with his family, but we see Floyd with his family. And I just say, Roy's a clown. Should get a nose. And it's sad to see one of the greatest fighters ever lived act like a HOE. I hate to see it. And that's exactly what he's doing. And Roy need to take that country stuff back to Florida, man. Stop hating on real brothers around the world. We do this out here.
I don't think it was because he said that Sugar Ray would beat him. I think it was because of the heart thing. He said Andre asked him, he was like, well, what you think about Floyd? And then Roy was basically like, well, yeah, I think Ray Leonard would beat him, but he was like, I don't think it's because of what everybody said it is. I think it was because of what he said. He was like, Floyd never showed the heart, which again, I'm not gonna disagree with the guy. Again, Floyd was never really pushed like that, not pushed crazy like that, because again, he was so much better than everybody. But for you to go out and say he has no heart, I mean, he proved it against Shane when he got clipped, and he came back literally that round and started beating on Shane, and then he showed that he had heart when Cotto and him were going back and forth. So he showed that he had heart. He's shown that he has heart. It's just it's a weird situation with me when fighters just disrespect each other, because you guys know what you guys go through in camp. You go through injuries, you go through whatever. So it's a weird situation when people just they throw themselves under the bus like that. So it's just mad weird. and it's just like like it's just saddening to see. But again, I don't think it was because he said it.
Man. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
It is disgusting, but it's not because
man.
it wasn't because he said Sugar Ray would beat him. It was because he said he had no heart. That was the reason why he posted
I'm gonna
that
disagree
video.
with you. I'm gonna disagree with you, Juan. Hold on, though. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna agree with you and disagree with you because Floyd ego is big and don't nobody want to hear they can lose. But I'm also say this: I don't think it was really hate where Roy Jones was coming from, because I think Roy Jones really believes that Sugar Ray Leonard would have beat him, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. That don't make you no HOE. That don't make you a hater. You know what I'm saying? That don't determine how much time you spend with your grandkids. It don't determine none of that. Now, Roy is a very private person. Floyd loves the limelight, so we always go for Floyd. He stays in front of a camera. I can't say what Roy do behind the behind the closed doors with his family or whatever. I don't know that man personally, so I'm not gonna make no accusations or assumption. I never do. I always keep it strictly boxing, so I don't know Roy Jones' personal life. But I'll say
he shoots steroids. He shoots steroids.
He did do that, and that's something I can agree on. That's part of boxing. But I don't like attacking anybody's personal life. So for me personally, I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? Even when a person, in order to have class, you got to show class. And I've heard Floyd Mayweather, plenty of times hate on Muhammad Ali. Nobody really speaks on that. Few of us do. You know what I'm saying? So that puts him in the same boat. I just feel like he one of those people when somebody says something about him, he can't take it. He don't like it. That's why Mike Tyson don't like him, because of Muhammad Ali. There's plenty of people don't like Floyd Mayweather at the end of the day. But do I have a problem with him saying Sugar Ray Leonard could beat Floyd Mayweather? No, because Sugar Ray Leonard, man, is that dude. He him. So I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know where you get that from, man. That's corny, man.
Bro, you not gonna listen. No, ain't nothing corny about what I said. I'm gonna stand on my opinion. And you ain't gonna make nobody else.
And I don't disagree with CDK what he's saying, because I'm a heavy believer that I don't think Floyd beats Sugar Ray. I'm a heavy believer that Floyd doesn't beat in our prime Oscar De La Hoya. I'm a very heavy believer. I'm telling you.
Could he not beat Oscar? Maybe not. Maybe he probably couldn't beat Oscar, because I thought Oscar won that fight. But seen Roy.
If you thought Oscar won that fight,
you need to stop. You need to stop smoking. You need to stop smoking that.
Hold on. Floyd Joy Mayweather Sr. said the same thing.
Both of y'all haters.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Both of y'all haters.
Yeah, that's the end result.
Both of y'all haters. That's what I say. But
yeah, that's the end result, Free. That's the end result.
You can't be a hater because you have an opinion who you believe will win a fight. That's not a hater. That's your opinion of who you believe will win a fight. If that's the case, then we all haters. Every single person that predicts a fight. Every single person that predicts a fight, we all haters. If you say Roy Jones is a hater because he thinks that Sugar Ray Leonard beats Floyd Mayweather, then we all haters. You might as well say every last one of us is a hater because we all predict fights. Every single time we on this joint. Every time we on this live stream, every time we on this live stream, we
tell Roy stop shooting steroids.
Dog, it doesn't
matter what that got to do with. What that got to do with his opinion?
Dog, that has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with nobody's opinion.
You don't opinion when you a drug cheat.
Dog, that has nothing. BVO.
Come on,
let's do this. Let's do this.
You making yourself look real bad.
Yeah, this dude is wilding.
Yeah, you making yourself look real bad tonight, bro.
We're Sports Talk Network. We're gonna talk like we got some sense. That has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with anything. The man can be the biggest drug cheat in the sport of boxing. It has nothing to do with what his opinion is. If that's his opinion, that's his opinion.
Hold on. Free, you told me you totally against steroids. That was your word. You totally against.
What that got to do with his opinion?
That has nothing to do with your opinion. That's you in the ring. What I believe what you are in the ring. But when you have an opinion, that's your opinion. I have nothing to say about what your opinion is. That I have nothing to say about that. I can't say your opinion is wrong the same way you can't say my opinion is wrong. The same way I can't say that Hot Rod's opinion is wrong or CDK or won. I can't say nobody's opinion is wrong. That's your opinion. You have a right to have your own opinion. Nobody can say that your opinion is wrong. Now, your opinion can be proven wrong if you say, I believe this person wins, and then the other person actually win that fight, then your opinion was proven wrong. But that's your opinion.
Simple as
I'll
that.
say this real quick. I'll say this. They talk about Tio, right? Only having 3 good fights. Roy Jones only had 3 good fights his whole life. James Toney, the Executioner, and John Louise is the best wins on his record. So I don't want to hear about him being great. Because
listen, bro.
I mean, James Toney,
I don't care how nobody
James
talk
Toney
about
is a better win than anything on Floyd's resume. So what you talking about?
Hold on, Floyd beat De La Hoya. De La Hoya would have smashed
James Toney is a better win than anything on Floyd's resume.
Thank you.
Lights Out Tony is not a better win than Oscar De La Hoya, bro.
Okay.
Oscar's a
maybe
better
not,
fighter.
maybe not in the market.
And you know what? You know what, BVO? And that is your opinion, and that is Hot Rod's opinion.
Right. And I agree with Hot Rod on that. I definitely agree with him. James, man, come on, man. You talking about Lights Out Tony?
Oscar would have beat the life out of James Toney. You serious?
But you know, man. You know, man. You know better than that.
De La Hoya was the one that could box and fight.
You know better than that.
You do realize at that time, Lights Out Tony was considered that dude at that weight class. He was considered that dude at
68. He was a dude at 68. Ain't no doubt about it. I'm
saying
saying
so when Roy Jones beat
De La Hoya would have beat the brakes off of him.
When Roy Jones beat that man was undefeated. He was considered that dude. Roy Jones beat that man and took his oath. So what are you saying? So
hold on.
It wasn't like Oscar De La Hoya was undefeated when he fought Floyd. He wasn't undefeated at that time.
No, he was not.
He already had losses. So what are we saying?
I'll say this. No matter how it goes, I think it just proves the whole crab in the bucket thing. Roy is a hater. I lost all respect for him. He hating on Floyd because Floyd's from the Midwest. And Floyd has done nothing but take care of his family and be an ambassador for boxing. And, we seen Floyd. Let me finish. We seen Floyd, spend his time with the troops, our great troops, our great American heroes on the front lines. We seen them give his time to troops. We seen Floyd feed the American citizens constantly. And what has Roy ever done but be a hater and a drug chief?
Bro, let me ask y'all a question. Are we talking serious tonight or are we just playing? I need to know what we're doing tonight, y'all, before we get started.
Wait, well, what is he hating for?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now we talking for real. BBO, you bringing up a bunch of stuff that means nothing about nothing when it comes to his opinion. I don't care about none of that. None of that stuff you talking about. No disrespect. I don't care about it. The man said what he said, and that's his opinion at the end of the day.
Why didn't you have those same opinion about Floyd when Floyd said what he said about Muhammad Ali?
That's what I want to know. Somebody that really, you want to talk all that junk, but somebody that really stood for something, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no problem with how Floyd feel about him.
I thought Floyd was an idiot for saying that.
Okay. I ain't never heard you say that.
I thought we never had a septic on it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Floyd is from the Midwest. I got love for my Midwest fighters. What I'm saying is this: we know for a fact that everything, when it comes to Muhammad and it comes to Cassius Clay, when it comes to Cassius Clay and it comes to Floyd, the main thing is Floyd is jealous of Cassius Clay. That's not even a question.
Huh?
Why are you calling him?
Why you calling that man Cassius Clay?
Hey, bro, the man's name is Clay.
That man named Muhammad Ali.
Hold on, CDK. Hold on, CDK. The man, you said the man name is Cassius Clay, but he changed his name to Muhammad legally. But you called Gervonta Tank Davis
Abdul Wahid.
Abdul Wahid, and he didn't change his name legally.
I'll say this, man. What you basically doing? What you doing is you just a mere bag of shit. You trying to find something to say. I'm telling you,
man, stop, man.
Boy, you on one today.
talk about Clay like that. I'm just being honest. I thought he was wrong.
You know what you're doing right now. You're disrespecting one of our greats. You know that, right? And I ain't talking about just inside the ring, bro. I ain't talking about that. Not just inside the ring.
He beat a man down because he wouldn't call him by his daggone name. He said, "What's my name? Say my name. Say my name." He literally beat a man down because he kept calling him Cassius Clay.
For doing it. He beat Ernie Terrell up. He did. All I'm saying is, it's a known fact.
Ali.
Floyd has always never got the adoration he felt like he deserved. Everybody called Floyd a hater. Everybody said Floyd was bad, was mean spirited. That's why you seen Floyd shave his head and wear the goatee, because he wanted to prove that he didn't need anybody. For right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't know why he did that, but that's what he chose to do. But Floyd never got his credit, and what's happening with Roy is another instinct of somebody putting something in front of Floyd, saying, "Floyd, you ain't do this, you ain't do that." It's like, what more could Floyd done?
Let me ask you a question, do you think it's far-fetched?
Hold up. When Roy said that, did he lie?
No.
Okay,
what do you mean?
So what's the problem?
You can see Sugar Ray Leonard all over Floyd Mayweather. You can
I'm saying,
wait,
what? You can see it all over Floyd.
I can see Floyd Mayweather.
You're not finna lie to me, man. You're not
me either.
Floyd Mayweather all over Floyd Mayweather. They don't fight the same.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. I know from watching Floyd that when his father fought him, the great Floyd Sr. fought him, you can see that fight helped influence his son. Floyd is a doggone monster. Floyd is a bunch of dudes in one. There was only one Sugar.
Who all is it?
Again?
Who all is it?
I see a lot of.
You got me confused now.
Hold on. Let me finish. I see a lot of Pernell Whitaker in him. I see a lot of Shane. I see a lot of Ray Leonard in him. I see a lot of Roberto Duran in him. You can see Floyd was inspired by all the greats. Floyd's style was not unique. That's something that he learned and took from. He kind of took from all the fighters he loved. You can see it when you watch him fight.
BVO, you can.
1 minute he move. 1 minute he fight in the middle like 1 minute he fight in the middle like Duran. Duran was one of the first guys to stand in the pocket like that and make you miss.
Are you tripping?
Wait, one of the first guys?
Are you tripping?
That's a lie. Oh
man,
to make people miss like that. We had never seen that.
James Toney
was don't say that out loud, dog. You can think that to yourself. Don't say it out loud, dog. Don't say that.
Please don't.
Hey,
please don't.
I'm an astute boxing mind. That's not even everything I'm saying is valid.
You got me wondering. You definitely got me wondering about your astute boxing mind right now. Because you saying
you don't see everything I just said in Floyd?
No, I do not. I see Floyd Mayweather. Let me tell you, listen, man. Sweep Heat defense and Floyd defense is so different, it don't even make sense. So we're not even gonna start that. And I ain't even gonna get off into
fire. I said he was
inspired. Listen, hold on. I don't know who inspired him. I got to hear him say it out of his own mouth. I'm talking about they look different than me in the ring. But this is the thing I'm trying to ask you. Hold on, BVO. Let me ask you this question. I mean, if you act like he said some bum that coming off the street could have beat Floyd Mayweather. We are talking about Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't have a problem with that opinion. Sugar Ray Leonard is an all-time great. You keep acting like it's far-fetched that could happen. It's not far-fetched that it could happen like that. That's the problem I got with what you're saying.
Duran beat the hair off Leonard's head. What are you talking about?
And you act like it's far-fetched that Duran could have beat him. So what are you saying?
You said what?
You still ain't making sense. Listen, if Floyd Mayweather would have went through that gauntlet back then, because that's what it was, I truly believe he would have lost a fight or two. That's just my personal opinion.
I would agree with that. I don't think it would be by Floyd. I don't think it'd be by Leonard though.
It would have been Leonard. It would have been Hearns. It would have been whoever.
Wait, so OG got a problem?
It probably would have been Hearns.
Wait, so OG got a problem with what Roy said? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, BVO got a problem with it.
He just
I just
said
got a
Roy could have
problem
hated
with what a
because Roy
legend got
believed
to
that
say.
Leonard would
Like,
beat
I
Floyd.
don't,
Thank you.
I
He
don't
said Roy could hate him.
understand that, man. I can understand if it was one of us that said it, but then you talking about a man that actually did this at the highest level. How you gonna get mad about what he thinks when he did it? He did it.
Hold on, I'm not mad about what he thinks. I'm saying he should shut his mouth when he talk about TBE.
What?
That's all I'm saying. He talking about TBE.
No,
Shut his mouth.
Bro,
no,
Floyd is not better
he
than
is
Sugar
not
Ray Robinson, dog.
TBE.
Stop it, man. He's not better than Sugar Ray
He's not
Robinson, man.
TBE.
No, he's not.
I mean, he could be TBE to you. He's not TBE
He's
to me.
not.
He ain't TBE to me either.
No, he's not the great.
No,
He's
you
not the
just said
greatest
it.
fighter that ever lived. No, but of this
just said it.
generation, there has been a better fighter than him.
No, he didn't say of this generation. He said greatest fighter ever. He put himself over Muhammad Ali. That's what he said. And you said
I don't
you
even
called
think
him
Ali the
TBE.
greatest.
Nobody.
And I ain't got no
Muhammad
problem
Ali.
with that.
I'm not saying Muhammad
Let
Ali
me say this.
is.
Nobody's over Muhammad Ali except Joe Louis. Joe Louis would have beat the dog crap out of Ali.
What I'm
Man,
saying is,
man, you know,
man
cut it out, BVO. Cut it out, man.
Man, OG Crush, what is wrong with you, man, today?
Not the greatest fighter of this generation. TBE is the greatest fighter ever. The best ever. That's what it stands for. The best ever. Not the best of this generation.
I know. I always thought he was joking about that. I never.
No, he wasn't.
He
He wasn't.
He's
not
the
for
greatest
real.
at all. I thought that was always kind of tongue in cheek, Free. I didn't know.
No, it wasn't. You're talking about Floyd Mayweather, BVO.
Huh?
You're talking about Floyd Mayweather.
No, that's what I said. Better than everybody in everything.
I thought that was tongue in cheek. I didn't think he believed something crazy like that because
he do.
At the end of the day, a dude like Sugar Ray Robinson, man, was fighting almost every other month, and I'm talking about beating people dead. Like it wasn't even it's not even a question that he's the greatest to ever do it.
No, we understand that. We understand that.
I would even say Henry Armstrong, in my opinion.
I can agree with that.
I think Floyd is kind of joking about that. I don't think he really think he's that great because
he's not. They asked him on the court. They asked him at a press conference.
Wait, what are we talking? Wait, hold on.
Everything that he did.
What are we talking about now? I'm sorry, I was going for a little.
I don't know what got on this.
He's the best ever.
We still going.
BVO said he don't believe that Floyd Mayweather think he is the best ever. And I'm telling him that Floyd really believes that because when they asked him at a press conference, he started naming everything he did. That's what that man did. That man believes he's the best ever.
I think heavily wholeheartedly he thinks he's the best ever, and I think it's because of what he says he does. Like he'll be like, well, I had the most gate. I sold the most pay-per-views. I I defeated the most world champions and whatever in case may be. But he's like. And really, like a lot of those champions were either over the hill or and then I'm not shaming them. No, I ain't shaming them. I ain't shaming them. But if you think about it, when he beat Oscar over the hill, Shane Mosley over the hill, Cotto, he was bad good when he.
Puerto Ricans can never get.
He was bad good. What? Am I lying, CDK? Am I lying?
No, you're not lying at all.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying, bro. And I'm telling you this wholeheartedly. That man beat a lot of over the hill fighters, and I'm not gonna sit here and take away what he did.
Performance.
Who?
Miguel Cotto.
Man, stop it.
Was at his best.
No, he wasn't. No, he was not.
No, he was not. Bro, you know what's crazy is that after he beat Shane Mosley. No, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is that when he fought Shane Mosley, mind you, he fought a prime Shane Mosley, and when he fought Shane Mosley, he called out Mayweather. He was like, "Yo, I want Mayweather next." This was the summer of 2007. Where was Mayweather? He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna fight my De La Hoya, then I'm gonna retire. No, I'm not gonna retire. I'm gonna go fight a 140-pounder that didn't deserve the title, that did not deserve anything of a fight like that."
Juan Marquez, whatever that dude's name is.
No. I'm talking about Ricky Hatton when he fought Ricky Hatton 6 months after he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Mind you, 2 months after he fought De La Hoya, Cotto fought Shane Mosley and he called him out. So how we really talking about that? Come on, bro. What are we really talking about? He's avoided so many fighters, bro. It's crazy.
We beat Cotto. Y'all mad that we beat Cotto's ass?
Who beat who?
You kicked Cotto's ass. That's what it is. That's the greatest Puerto Rican
Stop
fighter.
it.
I swear to God, every time y'all Puerto Ricans get on here, y'all always hating on Floyd because he went in there.
Stop it, man. And I don't know why you talking about. I don't know why you talking about we. You talking about I'm always going for Oscar De La Hoya. You know I'm Mexican. You know I'm Bernardo Lopez. I'm Bernardo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? This man be clout chasing. I be trying to tell you guys, man. This man be clout chasing. I'm talking about my name is Bernardo Lopez. I'm Mexican. I'm a 6'8" Mexican.
Real quick. I just heard BB.
Let me say this, Mohan. Let me say this. You know for a fact that we went in there and kicked Miguel Cotto's ass, and y'all Puerto Rican niggas been mad ever since we kicked his ass.
Stop it.
Okay, hold on, Juan. I just heard BVO get in his feelings. I heard BVO.
Oh yeah, no, I got him in his feelings today. He's in his feelings today a little bit.
BVO is the main person that say, "Do not curse on my channel."
Joe do.
I got him in his feelings today. I know. You know what I'm saying? Same way that I ain't lying when I'm talking about, yo, he be like, yo, Oscar De La Hoya, he would have beat Floyd. He would have beat Floyd. He would have been like, he would have beat Floyd. And like 9 months ago, talking about, yo, Teofimo might be the best fighter in the world, son. Yo, man, he forgot we was calling him sombrero for like 9 months straight.
I never heard BVO get mad before Juan got BVO.
I'm just, hey, look, bro. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling these truths, man, in these streams, man. You be thinking I lied.
They've been
listen, and I'll give him wholehearted credit. He beat Cotto. That's great. Whatever the case may be, but it doesn't take away the fact that you out here beating on 140 pounders. Come on, bro. Yo, you had Keith Thurman. You had Keith Thurman waiting on the waiting for him. He's like, bro, nah, I ain't fighting Keith Thurman. I'm gonna go take Robert Guerrero. Come out here, bro. Come on, son. BVO.
BVO niggas is always hated on us, man. We went in there and
Floyd
smashed
ain't
Cotto.
that good, man.
What you say, Hot What you say, Hot
Ain't that good, bro.
Look, that's your man. That's your man.
He's on
drugs. My man. That's your man.
Come on, bro.
He's on drugs.
Floyd would get embarrassed if he fought back in the day. He would get embarrassed.
Yo, I promise you. Listen.
I'm gonna say this though. Let me say this. I want to apologize for cussing. That's my fault. Juan said some crazy stuff. It got me a little upset. But we beat Miguel Cotto. Y'all Puerto Rican niggas gotta live with it. We beat him.
Hey, listen. Hey, I ain't mad at that. But
he came in 165 pounds and we smashed him.
Who? That's a lie. Because the night of the fight, he was 157. Stop it. Stop lying. Stop me lying.
Bro. He was big as a house. He was big as a house when he got in there, bro.
Why Floyd didn't fight Triple G? That's what I want to know.
No. Ask this. Remember when it was 2013, he had signed the deal. Why didn't he fight Keith Thurman then? Keith Thurman was the WBC champion. He was sitting there waiting. He was sitting there waiting.
He didn't fight.
Stop it. You don't get no fight. He mad. See, I got him mad today.
You got me pissed off, bro. I'm so tired of y'all Puerto Rican niggas hating on Floyd. He went in there. He's
so mad today. Why are you so angry today, man? I thought it was a loving day. I thought it was a loving Monday. Come on, bro. What's up? What happened, bro? You're not answering my question, though. Why ain't he fight Keith Thurman? Why ain't he fight no Errol Spence? Why ain't he fight no Sean Porter?
Wife and kids, we smacked him.
Yeah. All right. He looked like he wanted to cry when he got his nose busted, though. He looked like he wanted to cry. He was like, my nose busted, Pops. My nose busted. My nose busted, Pops. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This man has never fought nobody in the 50-50 playing field, bro. The last time he did, he fought Oscar. And Oscar was over the hill. Come on, son. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. For a 140-pound Ricky Hayden. Stop. 140-pound Juan Manuel Lopez. Stop it. A small Manny Pacquiao. Come on, bro. Stop it. Let's stop this. Let's stop the capping for Floyd. Let's just stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Great fighter, all-time great fighter. I'm not gonna take away what's due is due.
Y'all can hear me, Bill.
This man capping on the internet. It's crazy. You capping on the internet is real wild work today. BVO internet is bad again. He got that Barack Obama.
BVO, you there?
Can Floyd come off a 3-year layoff and fight an opponent like Marvin Hagler?
No.
I don't know.
I don't believe. I mean, I ain't taking nothing from Floyd. I'm not hating on Floyd. I think he's an all-time great. I just don't got no problem with nothing that Roy Jones said, and Roy Jones got the right to say it, like you said, how Raul, we to tell Roy Jones what he can and can't say and have his own opinion, or anybody for that matter. It doesn't matter who it is. I respect everybody's opinion, no matter who it is. If you feel a certain way about a fighter, I'm not gonna argue with you about it. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I can't change your opinion. That's your opinion. Unless they're able to fight each other and we're able to watch the fight, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way we can come to a conclusion.
I'll say this, man. We moving on. I don't know how we got on this whole fight, this whole talk. Shout out to my man CDK for hijacking this man on the day. But I'll say this, man. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez again, letting the world know you're not taking no junk off these hating, clout chasing dudes. Like the
don't you do this?
We got David Benavidez who been throwing salt on Canelo's name. Canelo is this and that. He's scared. Well, Canelo Alvarez came out today and said, you know what? After I get done beating Crawford to death, you next. You next.
When he say that? Where he said that?
He said that today. He said it today on Spanish TV.
Could you if you don't mind, could you point me in that direction? Because he already called out Hopgon Therese, and he's already asked for that fight over in England. And I've seen that 4 or 5 times. It's been confirmed. His next fight is going to be with Hopgon.
I seen that as well, but I'm just going off. All I can do is go off with the great Canelo's.
Listen, until he fight better.
Hold on, CDK. Let me get it out. So when he had a conversation with Shaquille O'Neal, he like how Shaquille O'Neal was talking. So he said,
"Oh, I seen that."
Yeah, he said he didn't like how Shaquille was talking. So he said he's going to make the fight. He's going to fight David Benavidez, and I think that's going to be a terrific fight.
I agree with you, BVO.
Like when he stops David, I don't want to hear no more. That's all I'll say.
BVO, he's not stopping. He's not stopping David Benavidez. I'm sorry. And if it takes for another man to force you to fight, you don't want to fight anyway. Let's keep it 100. We're gonna call it like we're gonna call it. Well, David Benavidez, we know that he's been talking about. I mean, Canelo been talking about fighting that one dude that's fighting Edgar Berlanga right now. Hamzat. I hate to say it, mispronounce his name or whatever. So I'm trying to make sure I say it right. Yeah, that's the fight that he really wants. Shaquille O'Neal basically called him out. Why you not taking that fight with David? This is the fight everybody want to see. It took for Shaquille O'Neal to talk you into having some kind of heart. It's basically what's happening.
No, Shaquille was out of order.
Well,
Shaquille was out of order.
No, he wasn't out of order. Shaquille, hold on, BVO. Hold on, BVO. Hold on, BVO. How is he out of order?
Tell him nothing.
Yeah, why not? Who's Shaquille O'Neal? He's a fan that got an opinion, and that was his opinion. He's a fan that want to see that fight just like other fans. All he did was have the opportunity that we and you don't have to talk to Canelo, because I would have told him the same thing if he was sitting in front of me.
You probably would have. I'm gonna say something disrespectful like that, CDK. You would.
But hold up.
That ain't disrespect.
Canelo's not fighting David Benavidez next. He's not fighting David Benavidez.
I already know that.
He's fighting Saraz next. David Benavidez will be fighting the winner of Bivol and Arthur next. That's who David Benavidez will be fighting. Though Canelo can say whatever he wants, he had plenty of opportunities to make that fight if he really wanted that fight. Canelo doesn't want that fight. He says what he needs to say to please the people because he said it. He said, "I fight David Benavidez. Give me 150, 200 million. I fight him." When you was the money man, and David Benavidez pulled his card and said the man offered me $5 million, thought I wasn't going to take the flat fee, and I told him it's Canelo Alvarez, I take it anyway, and we never heard nothing back from Canelo Alvarez. So we know Canelo don't want the fight. He's just saying that because he's in front of Shaquille O'Neal. I'm bringing up the facts. He's just saying that because he's in front of Shaquille O'Neal, and she knows that Shaquille O'Neal is a fan.
Bro,
Turkey Al Sheikh came out right after Turkey Al Sheikh came out right after that and said, "I'll make that fight. They make that fight, I'll make it." He said he'll finance the fight.
Turkey also said what's next for David Benavidez. I ain't heard him say that part, but I did hear him say what's next for David Benavidez. And we've already heard Canelo called out everybody but David Benavidez. Everybody but.
I don't care what Canelo says.
It's all about
his actions.
He not. Go ahead.
I was just saying.
I don't understand why he entertaining fighting a dude who's a drug cheat and he can't make weight. Why would you even want to fight a loser like that? I don't get.
I ain't know cocaine make you stronger, BVO. I didn't. Now you trying to see you keep trying to know it don't.
My whole thing is it didn't matter if he was on cocaine or whatever. Canelo wasn't at the weight class anyway, so that was irrelevant. Second of all, I think when Canelo came to the weight, that man hasn't missed weight since Canelo been at that weight class. All this stuff that you talking about that David Benavidez did was before Canelo has ever made it to that weight class. Since Canelo's been at that weight class, he did everything to get that fight with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo don't want the fight.
I'm starting to think OG BVO is a fan of these boxers and not a fan of the sport. Because how you don't want to see Benavidez versus Canelo? You talking about he don't deserve it. It's like, are you a fan of Canelo or are you a fan of boxing? Because boxing needs that fight.
I don't know who David Benavidez is. I don't know what he.
Nah, that's a lie. That's a lie.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a lie, BVO. BVO. Plenty of people know who he is. Everybody know who David Benavidez is now. You can cut that cap.
So he got dropped by David Morrell. They try to say that was a slip or whatever.
Did he lose? Did he lose to him?
He stay on his pockets. We see them.
I'm asking you, son. Did he lose to him? Did he lose to David Morrell?
Y'all say he's superhuman.
Yo, I'm about to read.
No, what that got to do with making a fight with David Benavidez and Canelo? What that got?
Not a thing.
Morrell is not Canelo.
Y'all not gonna give Canelo credit for beating him. Y'all not.
He's not gonna beat him.
I'm not giving him no credit for beating Bud Crawford. I give him credit for fighting David Benavidez.
Thank you.
I'm not giving him no credit for beating Bud Crawford.
But OG, you just said.
I'm telling you that right now. I'm not giving him no credit for beating Bud Crawford. I give Bud Crawford all the credit for beating Canelo, but I'm not giving Canelo no credit for beating Bud Crawford.
But OG BVO just said nobody knows Benavidez. That's not true. Because you would think Brian Norman Dream versus Haney is the main event, and that's not the main event. The main event is David Benavidez.
Because
everybody know that's bogus. Because everybody knew who David Benavidez was. Everybody knew who David Benavidez was once Mike Tyson gave him the name the Mexican Monster. Once he gave him that name, everybody started paying attention to David Benavidez.
I put like this, man. Y'all give these dudes all this credit who really ain't done much, and I respect it. I respect it.
No,
we
ain't giving no credit. We said we want to see the fight.
So you
said we want to see the fight. I'm not giving him no credit to skip past the fight. We said we want to see the fight. I want to see who's the better man. Who's the better man? That's the reason why I wanted to see Bud Crawford and Earl. That's the reason why I want to see Tank and Devin. That's the reason why I want to see Tank and Shakur. I want to see who's the better man. I don't care who wins. I just want to see who is the better man. It doesn't make a difference. I'm not a fan of none of these guys. As a straight fan, I'm not a fan of none of these guys. I'm a supporter of boxing. I'm not a fan of none of these guys. I want to see who the better man is. Y'all want to say, oh, he don't have to fight this fight because he already did all his work. Well, if this man want to be the king of the mountain, there's a prince right there saying, I'm trying to take that kingdom. I'm trying to take that kingdom.
The lion don't stop fighting.
It's just like there's a guy out back in the day. Used to say, what did my man Big used to say, man? You know, a lot of dudes want to be at the top, man, but they reign on top is gonna be short like leprechauns, man. It is what it is.
Prove that. Prove that.
Canelo the dude. And I'm just saying this is gonna happen. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna smash David Benavidez. Y'all gonna say, man, Benavidez wasn't ready.
I'm gonna say congratulations.
Benavidez wasn't ready.
That's what y'all gonna say.
BVO. This is a thing though, BVO. You got more belief in Canelo Alvarez than he got in his own self. Man, come on, man.
This is the thing. This is the thing. If Canelo Alvarez beat David Benavidez, he's gonna get all the credit. David Benavidez beat Canelo Alvarez. They're gonna say, oh, Canelo Alvarez was on his way out. The man got bad knees. He's been in 70 fights, and he already been beat by this man, and that man. So they're gonna make a reason why David Benavidez beat. If Canelo would have fought him in his prime, David Benavidez wouldn't have. Well, Canelo had the opportunity to fight him in his prime, and he chose not to. So nobody but Canelo Alvarez if he goes in there and he gets beat by David Benavidez.
He will.
Canelo
gonna go out there and get
to be one of the greatest fighters. And
who said he
wouldn't give him no credit if he beat Crawford.
147, one fight at
154.
I'm reading off 147, one fight at 154, and then coming up basically 2-3 more weight classes, whatever you want to call it. I can understand where D3 coming from. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he fights David Benavidez, I think everybody gonna give him full credit.
You say you don't understand why I don't give him no credit?
No. I said I can understand. I said I understand why you said that.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as Jermell Charlo. Nobody gave Canelo Alvarez credit for beating Jermell Charlo. What they said was Jermell Charlo he fought scared in that fight. They didn't give Canelo Alvarez credit for the fight. They just said Jermell Charlo fought scared. Name one person that gave Canelo Alvarez credit for fighting. For beating Jermell Charlo. Name one person that gave him credit outside of yourself.
BVO.
I gave him credit.
Outside of BVO, nobody gave out. No, outside of BVO,
that's my favorite fighter. Freak, you know that.
They said Jermell Charlo fought scared. So
that's my favorite fighter.
If you didn't give credit to a guy, if you didn't give credit to a guy who campaigned at 54, was the undisputed champion at 54. I'm supposed to give credit to a guy that only fought at 54 one time and then moved to 68? No, I'm not giving him no credit if he beat Bud Crawford. I will give Bud Crawford all the credit for beating Canelo Alvarez because Bud Crawford is doing something that most people think that he can't do. Most people think that he can't beat Canelo because he's moving up those weight classes to fight the best guy at that weight class. So
free and they cornered him.
Canelo's not moving to a weight class fighting the best guy. He got a guy moving up from a smaller division fighting him. So I'm not giving him any credit for that fight.
And when he did go up and fight the best man in the weight class, he got beat. I don't know what else we can say.
He was too big, man. That was all it was, and we won that. We won that.
You won what? You won what fight? What fight you win?
I'm glad you said he was too
big. No, he
big,
didn't, man. Come on, baby.
That's gonna be the same excuse that you give David Benavidez for beating Canelo. You're gonna say, man, he was too big because David Benavidez is bigger than Demetrius Bivol. David Benavidez
and a whole different type of animal. And Canelo know that.
If Canelo decides to fight him, I'll put like this: just put a weight clause on him.
Man,
he can't come in the 200 pounds.
Wait,
anybody going? Hold on. We can put one. Hey, Mr. Hot Rod, listen to this. We can do that. But can Terence Crawford get that same favor?
No. I can't believe it. I know what it is. He don't want to see him lose. That's why.
This nigga,
It's crazy.
this man
that's what it is.
put a
Because
weight
I'm gonna tell you,
clause.
Right.
What?
I'm gonna tell you like this. This is how you know whether a guy deserved to get credit or not for fighting a guy at a smaller weight class. If Bud Crawford was to fight Shakur Stevenson, moving up from 35 to 54, to 47 and fight, 54 actually, 54. If Shakur Stevenson moved up to 54 and fight Bud Crawford, and Bud Crawford knocked Shakur out or beat up Shakur, you give Bud Crawford credit for that fight? Absolutely
not at all. Not at all.
You give Shakur all the credit if he goes in there and he beat Bud Crawford.
I'll say this though, because we kind of got a little off. I would agree. I'll agree this. No matter what Canelo does, just like Floyd, go get your money because these fans don't appreciate you. These fans don't appreciate you. I'm a fan of the sport. But let me ask my man B3, what's going on, light skin? How you feeling, man?
He's not in here.
He's not in.
B3 dropped off about an hour ago.
Oh, okay. I thought B3 was still up here. That's my bad.
No, he dropped off.
But I'll say this, man. No matter how it goes, it's sad to hear CDK, who knows his boxing, do all this hating. It's sad to see Free, who knows his boxing, do all this hating. And the stuff that Juan said was disgusting. So I'll leave
BVO. BVO, you my brother and I love you. But tonight it's been nothing but clown behavior from you. Clown behavior at its finest. And you my brother. Listen, man. Nothing but clown behavior. I expect nothing less from you because you know what I'm saying? You know how to get somebody going and riled up. If you don't not do nothing else, you know how to get somebody riled up.
Hey, I'll say this, and I can't believe I let Juan with his propaganda get me wound up, man.
Bro, I got
the
you.
Puerto Ricans, man.
I ain't never seen BVO get in his feelings. That man was in his feelings. He was up this joint.
I thought him. I get him.
I was like, what? Juan got up under his skin.
I thought him. I get him. He thought I was lying. I was like, I get you.
Hey, BVO.
I'll say this, man. What do you guys think about Shakur versus Willie Zepeda? Do you think that's going to be a good fight?
Not really.
Because I think, in my opinion, Shakur has all his fights. He's been clean. I think Willie got to go in there and step two and just really, I would hit him in the nuts. I would, put my elbow on his throat. I would do whatever it took to get him riled up because I think Willie should win this fight. I think this is an easy fight for Willie.
Easy. This is a steep hill that Shakur is climbing because from what I've been hearing, Turkey is going to have it a smaller ring than usual.
No, they're not. They're doing it 2020.
WBC said they're not doing it. The WBC said they're not doing it.
Yeah, they're doing 2020 because and Shakur wanted it a small ring. He wanted a small ring, but the thing was. It was because Shiraz wants a bigger ring. Because he's going to use the ring against Berlanga or whatever.
Yeah.
But I forgot who else.
Shiraz don't really move around the ring like that, though.
Nah, he don't.
But he did ask for that.
Most of the fighters on the card, like Alberto Puello, he moves around the ring. David Morrell, when he wants to move around the ring, he uses the ring. So, obviously. But Shakur wanted the small ring, and William did too. But because the fighters outweighed them.
I don't know.
They was like, nah.
I still favor Shakur, but I'm not going to be surprised if William wins this fight. I'm not going to be surprised in the least because
and I respect what Free said.
A lot of people not giving William credit. They saying, "Oh, he's one dimensional. He just comes straight forward." Yes, he does come straight forward, but the thing is, can you handle the pressure that he puts on you? Now, it's one thing if a guy's one-dimensional, but you're able to keep him at bay. If you can't keep him at bay, can you handle the pressure that he's putting on you? Because I haven't seen anybody be able to handle the pressure. I haven't seen anybody. Yeah. Now, I've seen people that actually land shots on him, but they haven't stopped him from doing what he wants to do.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you might be able to land shots on him, but can you stop him from doing what he wants to do? I
don't think he's fought anybody that's sharp as Shakur though. That's the only reason.
No, he ain't.
No, he hasn't. But
the funny thing about all of it, man. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
BVO. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was saying the funny thing about it all. Yeah, I can hear y'all now. Sorry. The funny thing about it all is no matter what it does, I want to see Shakur Sanchez in a dog fight. I think Willie should be giving low blows, elbows to the throat. I would be as dirty as possible. I would wring his neck if I could. Anything you can do to get him off his square, man. Because Shakur, if you think about all his fights, he didn't came out clean. And we've seen him on the Olympic stage, our great Olympic stage, said, I don't like to lose. Oh, he cried like a newborn because he lost. You know, and he was crying so hard, you know, it was like his curls was wet from all the crying. And I just put it like this. There's nothing sweeter than Shakur Sanchez tears, because this is the same guy who was Shakur Stevenson for a long time. Then he tried to be Shakur Sanchez. Now he's trying to be back to being Shakur Stevenson. All that I'm Puerto Rican now was all BS. That was clown behavior. I don't know why he did that. I'll just say that. He isolated a lot of black people.
I mean, what I will say is, though, Shakur is going to have to be every bit the boxer that we believe he is in order to beat Williams Zepeda. Because, truthfully speaking, Shakur hasn't really been tested. He hasn't really been tested. So we say Williams Zepeda hasn't fought anybody like Shakur. Williams Zepeda has been tested, though. Shakur hasn't been tested. So I don't know if Shakur is built like that. We believe he is, but this is definitely one of those fights that can prove that he is built like that. Because up until this point, he hasn't really been tested. Name a fight that you say, like BVO said, he hasn't shown that he's been in a fight. You can't name a fight that you say, oh, Shakur really had to dig down deep and pull that fight out.
I agree with that, Free. But the keys to victory, I've been watching Zepeda fights starting from last week. Few things I see is going to be a problem for him. He throw a lot of sloppy combinations. He's flat-footed. He don't move when he does throw his combination. You can tell that he's flat-footed. A good combination puncher always going to use his feet and move around as he throws his combinations. He's there. He drops his guard a lot. I seen Tevin Farmer be able to use the jab effectively on him. I'm telling you, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to be as tough as a fight as some people think. I do think Shakur walks away with this fight rather easy. I could be wrong because I ain't seen him tested like y'all see. It could be a dog fight. I think he's going to have to throw some 3, 4, 5, 6 combinations as far as Shakur do. That's fighting on the inside of the pocket. For those don't know, lead hooks, you know what I'm saying, all that uppercuts. He's going to have to fight in the pocket at times. Going to be some different things he's going to have to do, but I think he can get the job done. I think he can do it easy.
The only thing I think
I don't know about easy, but I think he can do it. I don't know about easy, bro.
Nah, I think Willie can do it. The only problem with Willie is, like CDK says, he uses his face for defense. That's the only reason why. Only reason why I say that. But he can do it. He's the type of fighter that can beat Shakur. He's a pressure.
If anybody got a chance, he got a chance. If anybody got a chance,
and I don't think it's a wide margin. Like I be watching the sports bets, and there's like a wide margin for some reason. It's not a wide margin. I don't think it's a 50-50 fight. I'll give him that one. It's a 50-50 fight, and I think it can happen. But I just think Shakur probably is going to have too many tools for him. But it can't happen.
Bentley, Jamel Herring was a one-sided whooping. That's not a fight that you can bring up and say, hey.
Yeah. Well, that was a beat down.
That was a one-sided. That was
elderly abuse.
Jamel Herring didn't do anything in that fight.
Jamel
Herring fought so badly in that fight. Bomac said, I am not training you no more.
I'm
not training you no more.
He retired, right?
I mean,
I don't know if he retired.
No, he didn't retire after that fight. He retired shortly after, but it wasn't right after that fight. I think he had like one or two more fights, and then he retired.
He got beat up again. Ortiz, right? He got real bad again.
Yeah, he fought Ortiz, right?
Yeah, but I'll say this. The thing that people got to realize is that Willie Zepeda already fought a guy like Shakur. He fought TF, and TF has better footwork.
BVO,
hold on, let me finish.
You're missing something.
Let me finish. I feel like TF has better footwork than Shakur because Shakur gets in there and runs his butt off. And I'll say this: TF is a masterclass boxer. You can't just go off. He got caught and got dropped by a good young guy, and and Kid Austin. But no matter what, it don't take away who he is. And I think if he don't got his hands together, he's not going to be able to stop Willie's relentless coming forward. Coming forward like he does, that's going to be tough because you got to keep him off. Even TF, hold on.
That's the part,
even with TF
that I worry about.
Even with TF,
that's the part that I worry about.
He didn't stop coming, bro. He did not.
Hey, man, listen up, y'all. TF does not have better footwork than Shakur Stevenson, and it's not even close. That I can't let you get away with.
Shakur
no, it's not. Man, hold on, BBO. I don't care what you say about run, whatever. Shakur Stevenson has better footwork. And the reason you don't see TF and him don't fight none alike no more, TF don't move anymore. We just had the same discussion earlier. Tevin Farmer does not move like he used to in that ring. He was not able to get out the way a lot of times.
He had him on his pockets. He had Willie on his pockets. Just like he had Ray on his
pockets. Somebody, do y'all know what I just said?
Yeah, I don't think Tevin Farmer has better footwork than Shakur. For one,
ain't no way.
There's two things. There's two things that's different with Tevin Farmer than Shakur. One, Shakur is younger. For one, that's one thing. He's younger.
Yeah.
Shakur is a better defensive fighter than Tevin Farmer.
Yeah.
And Shakur has a longer reach than Tevin Farmer. So, I don't think that Tevin Farmer has better footwork. I think he has quicker footwork, but not better. His feet is quicker, he has better head but movement. Not better.
He has better head movement.
Yeah,
than,
he might have better head movement, but yeah, I think Tevin has quicker feet, but not better feet.
Because he don't got better feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm a Shakur fan. I'm a big Shakur fan. Y'all know that. But when it comes down to head movement, that boy don't move his head. Like he don't. He steps back. He uses his legs, and that's his defense. He uses his leg 95% of the time, and he uses his hand positioning. But TF definitely has the better head movement, and he definitely stands in the pocket a lot more than Shakur. That's how he uses his defense. So it's not that he's way better than him. It's just he's younger, like D3 said. He's taller, like D3 said, and he's gonna use his legs better, like D3 said. So it's not it's not that he's better defensively than Tevin. It's just Tevin, again, 30-something years old. He's had 40-something fights and has been in wars and got knocked out, 4 times? 5 times?
Yeah.
So
there's no point.
It's not the same.
Yeah, but what happens when you take real fights, Juan?
Hey, there's no point. Hold on. I like Tevin Farmer, but there is no point in Tevin Farmer's career that he was ever better than Shakur Stevenson. Not now time in his career. Never.
We're not talking about who's more. We're not talking about who's better.
No, I'm saying no way, no how he don't do nothing to me better than Shakur Stevenson. Maybe but move his
I'm gonna put it like this. Willie Zepeda is going to win the fight.
Okay, I put it like this. I got $100. You don't.
Hey, I'm gonna put it like this. You say Willie Zepeda is going to win the fight, BVO?
Yes, sir.
You a hater.
Yep. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
You gonna go with a black man like that? You a hater.
I'm trying to tell y'all, his name is Sombrero Lopez. I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been trying to tell you that.
I mean,
I'm black.
He's black.
I'm not mad if you think Willie Zepeda gonna win the fight. I think it's a close fight on paper, and it could play out totally different in the ring. I think on paper right now it's a close fight. It's somewhere around 55-45. I just favor Shakur because of the experience that Shakur got fighting on the higher level. I will say Zepeda has been tested for, regardless of who you think he is. I mean, William Zepeda ain't really fought nobody until he fought Tevin Farmer.
That's it.
Didn't he fight Maurice Hooker? He fought Maurice Hooker.
Yeah, he fought Maurice Hooker. Yeah.
Who else? I just look. Hey,
That was Jose Zepeda or his brother
Okay.
or whoever that.
I just hey Free. I just look at that man's resume today.
Look that up. Look that up.
No, that's not.
He ain't fought nobody.
I ain't gotta look it up.
Yeah,
it wasn't Maurice Hooker. I can tell you that without a shadow of doubt. It was not. That was at 140.
It was Jose.
That was not.
William Zepeda hasn't fought anybody.
That was not Maurice. Now he hasn't fought anybody.
I'll say this.
Tevin Farmer.
Tevin
Farmer is the biggest name on his resume. Is the biggest name.
Oh yeah,
I'll say this about Willie Zepeda. I'll say this about Willie Zepeda. Willie Zepeda is going to do two things, man. He's going to bring the fight to Shakur, and he's a natural lightweight. Shakur is 126 pounder, so he's an itty bitty dude trying to step up.
Shakur bigger than that dude, man.
We can talk about reach. We can talk about all that. Reach don't matter, man. When we're talking about being relentlessly, and I'll put it like this: I hope he break his hand in the fight. If I'm Willie, I'm going to do everything I can to break his hand. I hope he break his hand in the fight.
You really a hater.
Hold on.
Now you sound like a hater, BVO. You drink a whole bunch of haterade this morning, huh?
That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping that we can see him dig down and give us something special, like we see.
So what you're saying? If he don't break his hand,
let me finish.
Hold on. Did y'all hear what he just said? If Shakur Stevenson don't break his hand, he don't have to do nothing special. He gonna beat him easily. That's what you're saying, right?
All I'm saying is this.
I
think we can see. Let me finish. I think we need to see the best. I think this opportunity for us to see the best Shakur we ever seen. I want to see him come in there and put on a show and stop him the same way he did Oscar Valdez. I want to see him. If he don't stop him, I want to see him really beat Zepeda. Because at the end of the day, Zepeda went in there with a tough, rough TF and lost to me the first fight. The second fight he won, but the first fight he lost that fight. And no matter how it goes, TF might have been the greatest decision of his career. Shout out to Oscar De La Hoya for always being a great matchmaker because
Juan, let me
got him ready.
Juan, let me say this. The three biggest names on William Zepeda's resume is Tevin Farmer, Giovanni Cabrera, and Maxie Hughes. Those are the three biggest names on his resume.
I just looked up his
IBO champion Maxie Hughes. IBO champion Maxie Hughes.
Man, you were nasty work, man. Go to sleep somewhere.
Yeah, you know, man, that man ain't nobody.
I seen Maxie Hughes beat George Kambosos to death, and they robbed him.
Who?
He beat former undisputed champion George Kambosos to death.
Garbage.
And they robbed him.
Who?
Garbage. Garbage.
Shout out to my side town brother, man. Every now and then he loses that country boy talking. He sound like one of Chicago cats. I feel you, Joe. When you say garbage, you sound like one of Chicago's.
That way, garbage.
But what you got on this before? What you got on this before we get out of here, Hot Rod? What you got on this, man? Hot Rod must have fell down the steps.
That's crazy work.
BVO crazy, man.
Yeah, BVO, that's crazy work.
BVO crazy.
I'll say this.
I am the future of boxing, Keith Cologne, and I'm rocking with BVO Sports TV.
Oh, who's that? He a Puerto Rican. So what you got to say now, BVO?
Take off Wario! 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 Take off! Take off! Take off! Take off! God damn it! Take off!
That's Hot Rod.
Hey, Hot Rod. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Hot Rod was yelling. If you was standing at a distance, you would have thought he was Puerto Rican too. You was standing at a distance.
Oh man, yo, this dude ain't right. Y'all ain't right, man. I'm trying to tell you, y'all bunch is not right. Y'all bunch is not right, bro.
Hey, I'm not convinced Hot Rod is 100% black. I think he got a little bit of something else mixed in him. He got the fairest colored kid. He got the fair colored skin and all that.
Y'all talking about my race?
Yeah, honestly, I think you might be mixed. You mixed, ain't you?
I'm a mutt, bro. I'm mixed with everything.
City.
I told you, I knew he had something next to him. I knew he had something next to him.
Nah, cause I see this picture and I'm like, bro, nah, he's definitely mixed.
My dad's side of the family is white Indian. You know, I got
Now
white
it makes
Indian
sense.
in me.
Now it makes sense. It makes 100% sense why Hot Rod believes the way he believes. He don't care what their race is. He just want to see the fight. He don't care because he got a bunch of different nationalities in his bloodline.
Yeah, we can hear you.
He got a bunch of different nationalities in his bloodline. So he like, man, I don't see color. I see a person getting in the ring, fighting another person in the ring. I just want to see who's going to win, who's the better guy between the two. Now it makes sense. It makes sense why he thinks the way he thinks.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Playing football, you never can really see color, to be honest with you, because you're gonna play with everybody and anybody. So I mean, I get what you're saying. One thing we gotta remember: we on a show, we having fun, we talking junk, but all side, we all brothers, man. Because I played with a real bad Cambodian, and that nigga can hit. So you can't really judge a book by its cover, man. All he did was eat like rice and chicken, bro, but he was knocking niggas over. So shout out to my boy Basim, man. He actually is a dentist, right? He's a dentist now. Shout out to my boy Basim. First 6'8" Cambodian I ever seen. I don't know what they was feeding. He probably ate whole chickens as a kid.
Yo, Bentley said Haney's going to sleep November 2nd.
Yo.
I don't know, Bentley. I don't know. I think Haney might win that fight against Brian Norman, Bentley. I think Haney might win that fight.
What you think about this video?
I'm starting to have a little funny feeling about that fight. I think Haney might end up upsetting a lot of people and win that fight.
Yeah. It's a strong possibility.
He said somebody parlay gonna get fucked up.
I got Norman,
bro,
David.
all that cussing for, bro. All that cussing. What you doing?
I got Norman.
Norman's man a beat. I think. I can't wait. I'm really ready to see that fight. I don't like that. I heard it.
Fight though.
Nah, it definitely is. Definitely gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, Norman ain't got no footwork. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I said I don't know. Haney could go out there and just use his jab and move around the ring and just score points all night.
He's just as quick as him, though. I'll give him that one.
Biased.
I'll give him that one.
I'm biased. I'm biased, man. I want to see Brian Norman win.
He's just as quick as Devin Haney. So that's the only thing. Like people forget he sleep on his athleticism is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like a lot of people had it as a foregone conclusion. A lot of people had it as a foregone conclusion that Norman was going to win that fight, and I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, hold up, Haney ain't that easy of a win, so to speak. No. Haney ain't that easy of a win.
The only thing that worries me is what you said. Is because the guy that he fought, that has the same style as Haney, and he gave him a lot of trouble. So that's the only my only concern, because Haney's a way better boxer than that.
A lot of people thought B. Norman was lost that fight. I mean, so you actually got a case on that. And I'm gonna be honest, I got Brian Norman. Shout out to him and his father. I got them because they got me. So shout out to them. And I love them. But hey, I feel like we're gonna be picking them up off the canvas, bro.
Let me ask y'all this question. How many jaws are going to hit the floor if Devin Haney knocks out Brian Norman? How many jaws y'all think going to hit the floor?
I'm gonna text you immediately. Like, nah, bro, you got it. I'm gonna be like, nah, you got it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. As much Devin looks terrific at the bigger weight. So at 47, he
I'm
might
just saying,
though,
if Devin go out there and he stopped Brian Norman. Dog, do you know how much stuff we're gonna hear from B3? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Man. He gonna be like,
man, we ain't gonna never hear the end of Bill Haney. Bill Haney gonna
this is gonna be his voice. He gonna be like, I told you y'all been sleeping on my dude.
B3 be going crazy because of that one Lomachenko win that was really a loss. So I can't imagine what if he beat
Norman. If Devin Haney win, man, Bill Haney and Bill Haney's stepson B3, they gonna go in. They ain't gonna stop.
No.
Man,
it's gonna be all. Y'all might as well not even.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What?
No, I
What
want
you call
to say
B3?
y'all might as well not even go to YouTube for like a week because it's going to be all Devin Haney over Brian Norman. If Devin Haney wins, especially if it's a stoppage.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If he gets stopped, bro, I'm gonna text the group chat immediately. We're like, nah, that ain't right.
I'll put it like this, man. You will see a pig flying before you see that. And on that note, it's your boy BVO. It's your boy Puerto Rican Free. It's your boy Juan. And it's your boy Hot Rod, CDK. And we out here. And don't forget, we are the Mighty Sports Talk Network. So we don't do no lying, no capping. And we all know Juan is a liar. We know we beat the code on him.
Yo, I got
I'm going to try to remember that. And we gone. Peace.